Good morning. We're going to pick up on our sports discussion from last time and look a little bit at records. And with sports, they're just all over the place. You can make any kind of record, and everybody's taking all kinds of statistics. And after the fact, they look amazing. They're not quite as amazing because you have so many players, so many events, and it's kind of easy to just rummage around and find something that's extraordinary. And it's not as quite remarkable as if you said, well, what is the chance of doing this tomorrow? Where, of course, it's vanishingly small. There are two records that I'd like to look at especially, but first we might mention just the type of things that do come up. One record that's pretty much underestimated is Tiger Woods meeting the cut, consecutive meets, and this is just not something we dwell on a great deal, but that was an extraordinary one. And we have different records occurring in certain sports with a lot of regularity. If a sport has dominant players in it, then you get these long streaks. So in boxing, you get these long undefeated streaks. In basketball, long undefeated streaks. The two Los Angeles teams, the Lakers and of course, the Bruins under John Wooden had amazing streaks. But this is because a basketball game, you have a lot of chance to really show dominance. You have a bunch of players, you have a bunch of throws, and it's not that hard to develop a streak. The two that I would like to pick out as being really extraordinary, and in my mind, possibly the outstanding streaks of all times, were in different sports. One of them was chess, and that was with Bobby Fischer, who many considered the greatest chess player of all time, although a very strange person. He was a record young grandmaster, and he actually had a salutary effect on the economics of chess, making it such a public sport for the first time that the players actually ended up getting paid well for it. And so in terms of his intransigence, his insistence on getting paid, and so on, he actually changed chess a great deal. He also did a lot, just brought working on the chess game up to a new level. He would seclude himself for long periods of time and just work on the theory of it. And he combined this real theory knowledge with the ability to take real chances, and ended up with some amazing games as a result of it. The streak that I'm referring to is in the candidates competition for the world champion. And he had the absolutely amazing streak of 20 games won in a row. This is really just unbelievable in modern chess. There's a tremendous bias towards getting draws, and you win games only usually by taking chances, which leave you open to losses. And 20 games won in a row is really pretty unbelievable. But he did, and I suspect that record is going to stand, and we really don't see much happening to break it. Even though there's some amazing young players, and Magnus Carlsen, who is Scandinavian, not Russian, Armenian, or whatever, shows a good chance of stepping into that. He's one thing that's special about him is he not only will play others, but he'll play the machines. And doing that type of two-ply approach gives him an advantage over time, which other people will pick up, but he may really just move into this amazing situation of consecutive wins. Now then, the others in baseball, and it's well known, Joe DiMaggio, his streak of batting and hitting, having a hit in 56 consecutive games. Now, there are a lot of ways to figure out how unusual that is. One of the simplest way was just to look at the number before he started his streak, and that was over quite a period of baseball playing, early playing, but a long time, and that was 33 hits in consecutive games, and DiMaggio extended that to 56, and there just simply has been nothing to remotely compare to that in baseball. Now, if you just look at numbers, you can actually sort of get a figure if you leave out walks. If you do not consider walks, then the chance of a player batting 300, having this type of streak starting tomorrow, is 2 in about 10 million, and the chance of somebody like Ted Williams with the 400 average would be about 1,000 times as much. 4 in 10,000. Joe had a average of .325, 325, and he would come into something like 2 in a million. But he went ahead and he hit this. Now, the biggest thing that messes things up in this is if you have walks, because you simply decreases the chance to come up there and get a hit. And there is another reason why I think this is not going to occur, because in Joe DiMaggio's time, you had something that pretty much has died, and that was sportsmanship. And the pitchers at the time, once DiMaggio was on the path to his streak, thought it totally beneath them, totally unsportsmanlike, to throw junk balls at him, the kind that you can't hit or you will get a walk on. And they pitched to him. This was a matter of honor. Sportsmanship and honor in sports has unfortunately declined amazingly, and I do not think that Joe DiMaggio's record is going to be exceeded or duplicated, period. We'll see you next time.